Well, on this Tuesday morning, we're going to go to our WHBC news line and check in with Starr County Prosecutor Kyle Stone. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Pam. How are you?
Doing fine. Good to talk to you this morning.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
I want to chat a little bit. I do want to know a status update on some things that you're working on. And the Justice Center, the Starr County Family Justice Center. Talk a little bit about that. You guys have had meetings and discussed certain things, but explain where that stands.
So just back in March, the Alliance for Hope International, a team that we have consulted with who assists in creating family justice centers around the country, we had a strategic plan, 2-day strategic plan meeting in March. And so we're waiting for the results of that plan, that collaboration and those results. And we're just in preparation mode for what we are trying to accomplish with the Family Justice Center. We have an idea where we want to be, but the reality is you want to take it slow so we don't rush into things. And we also want to utilize the consultants that we have to help assist us in this process, because it's really an important task, and it's a really important opportunity, a great opportunity for Stark County for us to be able to respond to the growing issues of domestic violence and how it affects our community and, quite frankly, how it affects families that have to survive beyond it. And have to deal with the effects that it can cause within those dynamics.
Would you say that Stark County has a domestic violence problem?
Absolutely. I would call it a public health crisis with understanding. When we look at ODVN's report in 2000, from fiscal year 2023, to 24, Stark County was tied with Cuyahoga County in domestic violence-related homicides. And so that's concerning when the 8th largest county is tied with the 2nd largest county in the level of domestic violence homicides. And so I believe it's imperative that we fight, and preventative is just as important as our response when the crimes take place. And so if we can help families, the Family Justice Center is designed to do the work that survivors have to do on their own right now. And so it will allow us to put all of the resources up under one roof that allows them to, seek housing, seek employment, seek support, mental health services, not only for the survivor, but for children as well. And so being able to put all of those resources under one roof will have a lasting impact, and they have a better opportunity to survive and thrive with those opportunities.
Yeah, saying that Starr County is tied with Cuyahoga County, that's a pretty stunning statistic.
Absolutely. And when we look at the cost of domestic violence, ODVN, I believe, did a study that showed the cost of domestic violence, the cost to our communities, the cost to our criminal justice system, the cost in many different areas. It exceeded $1 billion here in Ohio. And so it's important for us to understand that domestic violence doesn't have an age, it doesn't have a sex, it doesn't have a racial ethnicity group, it doesn't have an economic class. Domestic violence affects all people and everywhere. And so it's something that we all should feel the need to examine, to look at ways that we can assist survivors and, quite frankly, to minimize, if not eliminate, the possibility of domestic violence homicides here in Stark County.
So the Stark County Family Justice Center would be a one-stop location, essentially.
Correct.
Now, is there any timeline on when you would want to get this thing up and running?
So we want to, I'm a visionary, and so I always have lofty goals. But it seems to be the work that we started. And we started this work almost 3 years ago, back in 2022. with our DV collaborative, with our crime prevention collaborative, just examining what this would look like here in Stark County. And so we would like to see the opportunity for us to have it up and running before the end of 2025. That's the goal. We believe, based off of our consultants and the strategic plan, that is a possibility and, quite frankly, likely for us to be up and running, ready to go before the end of this year.
All right. Well, we're going to stick with you and keep getting updates because a very important thing for the county for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming on.
Thanks, Pam. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
This is your Drive Time Traffic Update on Canton's Morning News.
All right, as you are heading out this morning, again, keep an eye on the roadways and let us know if you see any problems out there, certainly. But as of right now, it's looking pretty good. We're not seeing any delays. Things are moving along, and we'll keep an eye on it for you. Let us know if you see any issues. 330-450-1480.
Canton's severe weather station. Stick with us. Now, the 1480 WHBC AccuWeather forecast.
And traffic and weather brought to you by Koala Cruisers Transport.